Immigration is becoming one of the hottest topics for the Republican presidential candidates, particularly the issue of birthright citizenship. As enshrined by the 14th Amendment, it means anyone born in the United States becomes a citizen. Donald Trump says the rule is, quote, the biggest magnet for illegal immigration, arguing that illegals deliberately give birth in the United States so that they can stay in the country to look after their American-born kids. While Trump wants to change the Constitution, Jeb Bush has argued for a more measured response, calling for greater enforcement to prevent so-called anchor babies. For more, we're joined by Cameron Joseph, Washington reporter for the New York Daily News. Thanks for being here, Cameron. In most countries, just being born in the country is not enough to confer citizenship. This is a unique quirk of the American system. Can you remind us why it's different here?
Yeah, so this goes back to the 14th Amendment right after the Civil War, which basically the intent of it was to give these freed African-American slaves citizenship because they hadn't been considered citizens until that point in the South. And so that was a big shift, and it's been basically applied to everybody born here. The text reads, you know, anybody born or naturalized in the U.S. Get citizenship, and some on the right are now litigating, well, it doesn't really mean everybody who comes in, it just means people who are naturally born here, et cetera, and there's some legalistic arguments they're making. But long story short, for more than a century, it has been established precedent that anyone born here becomes a citizen, and that goes back to slavery, and that goes back to some of the amendments that came about after the Civil War.